Okay, here, a dating coach reacted to my...
All right, everybody. Today I'm going to react
This dating coach reacted to my YouTube video.
to Hasan Piker's Chad Vice 7 Rules for Dating, an Antidote to Insuldom. I like Hasan. We have basically the same political views. Every now and then there's something that's a little different, but basically we agree with everything. From what I understand, he's kind of the Chad of Twitch or something like that. I have a pretty good feeling I'm gonna agree with all of these rules that he puts out. But let's see, I wanna break it down and analyze it. By the way, before I get started, you already know everybody. My free online dating class, you can get the link in the description.
Okay, I'm skipping.
Leverage what you have, especially men. Now, I'm not saying that women or non-binary people don't have online dating problems. They do, and I address that all the time. But especially men, it's made against them. Because even though women and non-binary people, they have to kind of sift through a lot of messages, and most of them are shitty, are spending all of that time messaging, hoping to find somebody. So how could you hack that? How could you leverage your position? I have a course.
I mean, right off the top of the bat, my man is a dating coach, and he mentioned MBs, okay? Oftentimes, you don't even hear dating coaches mention women, okay? They just only mention females. So that's already a unique perspective. Like, he acknowledges the existence of women as human beings. That's cool. And also the existence of MBs. Interesting. Let's keep going.
But if you want to know a little bit about it, I talk about it in a free class I have down below. But if you haven't already, you can get it after we watch this video. Let's get started.
Okay. All right, let's do it. My analysis of dating is somewhat similar to a free market capitalist. This is a very great introduction, like a good entry point into this conversation, because it really is. And I've talked about this before. Obviously, there are certainly issues with that mentality right off the bat. I know that a lot of people get upset at me. We're going to have some fucking conversations about human nature throughout this as well, which will really...
It's the fucking microphone. My voice is not... Oh my God, every time. Is this 24-minute video going to be just all of you guys being like, baby voice, soy voice, baby voice, soy voice, baby voice, soy voice,
upset people. But let's get started. So all of the advice is gender neutral, and I'm just using girls as an example because that's my experience, even though I have given the same exact advice to both men and women.
Okay, off to a great start. If you are giving dating advice, it shouldn't be focused on just men or just women. Otherwise, it's just a gimmick. Social skills are social skills, no matter who you are. And dating is just about having good social skills and being a happy person, if we're really gonna nutshell it.
So number one was start talking to as many girls as possible. And this is the most important advice that I can give you guys, especially because this is a way for you to get better and combat your social anxiety. I think everyone probably has social anxiety, no matter how cool or social or extroverted they might seem.
Another great point, really simple though, it's nothing mind-blowing. Something that I would add on to it is you shouldn't just talk to as many girls as possible. You should make friends with as many girls as possible. It's a big difference because when you just say talk to as many girls as possible, it could put you in that headspace that you're gonna be going and hitting on them and trying to like complete this male to female dynamic where you're the alpha and she's the weak little lamb that you need to like dominate and all that stuff. And that's gonna go into your head and that's going to give you this performance anxiety, like you need to act a certain way and attract her. And it's gonna make you a lot more nervous than you need to be. I did this for many years early on in my life, and that's exactly what...
Was the voice change from Propecia? I apologize for the comment. No, dude. Propecia would make my voice softer, if anything. It's a fucking testosterone blocker. No, it's not. It's just literally the microphone.
What happened? What I started doing, conversely, was just treating women like my best friends. And what started happening is I lost all anxiety around...
No, it's not as a DHT blocker. I wonder what DHT is, dude. Let's take a look. DHT.
Yeah.
What is the T in DHT, you guys think? What does that sound? What does that stand for? I said it's a testosterone blocker, and my man said no, it's a DHT. It's different. It's a hormone. It's a
MJ sounding all.
Is an
like
endogenous androgen sex steroid and hormone. Okay, dihydrotestosterone is what DHT is. For the record.
Women. Why? Because I didn't see them as some alien species that I needed to figure out and conquer and win over and get to like me, and they're completely different than me and I don't understand them.
Your voice did change. You got vocal fry. Look at vids with the same mic you have from a couple years ago and it's different. I yawn every time I fucking get like parasocial Andys who are like, no, dude, actually your voice is literally different. You're fucking wrong. No, your voice did change. I'm a serious person. Okay? It's so wild. Okay? It's so wild that like chatters are like
them and all of their ways. No, just like they are people. That's it. I'm gonna make friends with you the same way I would make friends with a guy. Doesn't matter. When you do that, you become so much more comfortable interacting with them because you don't feel like you're getting rejected because you're not trying to be accepted. People are gonna go, yeah, but that's the friend zone. Once you are good at making friends with women, trust me, going from just being friends to something more, it is such a small step. It's like a little fucking beep, beep, dip. It's a tiptoe, my bitches. As opposed to what pickup artists teach, they start off telling you how much of a challenge it is.
Why does he have an Apple remote in his hands while he's shooting this?
You gotta be like this. You gotta act like this. You gotta say this stuff. You have to do this stuff. This is how they need to see you. This is how you need to see them. Now go! And your brain is like, fuck! Fuck! How do I do this? This is big! And that's where all the anxiety comes from. And so you're finding yourself pushing so hard against these walls of anxiety, of all these rules. Take away the rules. After a while, I said, wait a second. I don't care about conquering women. I don't care about winning women. I don't care about being like a ladies' man. I don't care about being super attractive to women. I don't care about this male-female dynamic. There's just one thing I care about. I just really like women, and I want to be around the ones that I'm attracted to. That's it. And that's when I realized I could just remove all of these bullshit rules that pickup artists, society, movies, whatever it is, have taught me that I needed to do.
Operate on scarcity dynamics. This is going to be something that triggers a lot of folks, but you can't seem too available. And let me, before even I get into this, the reason why I mentioned scarcity dynamics is because the way we analyze value.
Holy shit. Chat, look at this. Live for 3 hours. I have 1,200 viewers, dude. I had 1,290 viewers, dude. Year-end goal, 300. Hair dye for followers. I was going to dye my hair at 20,000 followers. I was trying to get 20,000 followers, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, I know no one was there. I know. I was there, Paul. Yeah, Communist was there. That's crazy.
Human beings is off of scarcity. The way, if you're too available, the other person, regardless of your social status, will start thinking not less of you, but will start thinking that they are higher on the totem pole, or they're valued at a higher position than you are.
All right, this is a little too actually red pill for me here. I like looking at things that people on the surface see and say, what does like an actual confident, charming person do that like they're never thinking of this bullshit? Yeah, don't seem too available. I wouldn't ask you to do that, because the second you start doing that, you are consciously saying to yourself, I have to act a certain way in order to get this person to like me. Already, you're coming from an insecure place, and also a manipulative place. Rather, what do truly attractive, confident, whatever people do? They just focus on their purpose. They're just super driven, and they love spending time with people that they love.
That's because I'm an incel, dude. That's why. Not as a manipulator. I mean, I described the reasons for why I mentioned that. You understand?
Because like, and I got a date in a week as clap.
People are susceptible to. This is why Supreme fucking sells so much, dude. You know what I mean? This is why Supreme sells so much. It's just a Hanes t-shirt. It's scarcity. If you want people to recognize your value, sometimes if you're like too available, they're going to automatically be like, oh, I don't know. I don't really care about this. This person's like really into me. Because everyone's a little shallow.
And they don't really pay a lot of attention to people that they don't know that well. So if they're just meeting somebody that even they're attracted to, they're just putting more weight into their best friends. They're putting more weight into their passions, their purpose.
I mean, it's still social manipulation. It's like persuasion is social manipulation. And you're making it seem like all dating is social manipulation. Everything is social manipulation then. What are you a fucking baby? Do you think it's like a Disney movie? You like, walk outside and all of a sudden you like drop your cupcake on the floor and then the girl that you like in high school drops her books right in front of you and then you pick up the books and she picks up the cupcakes and while your guys are getting up and then you like lock eyes and then you get married. Okay? And then you sign to the US military and when you go overseas, she literally is like fucking your best friend. She's having sex with her best friend. You're out there, you're fucking throwing your body on the line, you're doing shit that you're not happy with. Okay, you're like, what the fuck? Why am I here? All I wanted to do was get a sweet fucking Camaro. Okay, you're like, fucking bombs are blowing up. You're at a forward operating base. Okay, you're at a forward operating base. You're like, please, why won't you fucking call me back? I only get to call you once a fucking month, dude. And then you go to Jordan and then you fuck a prostitute in Jordan and you're like, you're crying after you fuck the prostitute. You're like, this is not like my girlfriend back home. Meanwhile, your girlfriend's already moved on. She's pregnant with someone else's child. She's like, having a hard time breaking the news to you. Okay. That's what real life is, motherfucker. Okay. That's what real life is. Jody fucked your girlfriend.
P.S. Any special plans?
What Disney movie is this? Oh, Jesus.
11 months.
I'm sorry. Listen, to all the veterans in my community, I apologize for
White people said no.
For throwing that out there. Okay, that was, bro, my old homie's girl literally got pregnant from another dude's baby when I was in the army. Yep, that's a story that dudes in the military have definitely experienced. It's also the story behind one of my favorite porn videos. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
They're working on the value that they want to bring to the world. And when you're so focused on that stuff,
I appreciate you were admitting that dating's a bit shallow. You can't believe how some leftist tap dance around that.
You are naturally going to not be available, but never, ever, ever act unavailable. In fact, I would go as so far to say that as long as you truly on the inside are focused on the right shit, you could even act super duper duper available and they'll still sense that purpose in you.
I actually had my girlfriend abort my baby while I was deployed, then broke up with me when I came home. God damn, dude, I'm sorry to hear that.
At any moment, you'll just be on your shit. Imagine somebody that is having like a girl that's interested in you, text you, and you're like looking at her texts and you're like, put it over here. I'm not gonna reply. It's gonna make her like me more. And just know all the power that I'm building.
Okay, you made me sound so fucking slimy, dude. Okay, what I meant was have a lot of options, okay? Everyone has a lot of options open to them. And you shouldn't obviously you shouldn't just fucking sit around and, not respond on purpose. I'm terrible at texting naturally, okay? And as a matter of fact, it's probably gotten me into more trouble than it has helped because I will read a text message and then forget to reply to it because I'm streaming all day long. And it's very fucking annoying for a lot of people who try to communicate with me. My
hassle.
My friends, family, mod team, sponsors, agent, everyone will tell you this in my life. Okay? Not good. But also, what I simply mean there is don't immediately fucking jump on the text message and reply immediately. Okay? I'll sit around, think about it a little bit. No, take some time.
Like, it's fucking nerdy as shit. It's so fucking nerdy to act a certain way. Just be on your shit. Be so on your purpose. That's all you're
What does that mean? I need to understand what
thinking
this
about.
means.
That you literally don't have time to respond to people on time. Not that you're trying not to, because you know that's disrespectful. It's impolite. It's not nice.
Wait, so he's saying what I mean is just like you're too busy. You're just living your own life, so text at your own pace. You know, maybe it happens to be, you know, not immediately. Is that what you're? Yeah, this is the age-old Mevlana quote that I live by, okay? I don't know how it fucking translates. I don't know how it translates in English. Let me see if I can find it. Be like the sun for grace and mercy. This is Rumi, okay? Famous Persian / Turkish poet, thinker, philosopher. Be like the sun for grace and mercy. Be like the night to cover others' faults. Be like running water for generosity. Be like death for rage and anger. Be like the earth for modesty. And finally, and this is the quote that I repeat a lot, or used to when I was younger, appear as you are, or be as you appear. Ya olduğun gibi görün, ya da göründüğün gibi ol. Anadolu'nun ilk gay pride'ı.
To do that to people, but you are so fucking busy that you just can't help it. Instead of that, I'm gonna hold back. Like, I've even known people that literally, they type in their response and then they just close the phone and save it for when they're ready to send it. That's so dorky, dudes.
Number 3, figuring out fun activities that you can do that tie back to your personality and your personal interests. This is important as well. So every move that you're making when you when you initially meet people is a move that you're making that should be somewhat deliberate, that should show someone where you're at or what you like or a piece of your personality. Don't take someone out just on a fucking expensive date. Because you don't want to put out the idea that your personality is all about how much your net worth is. This is
You had half the forehead you do now, damn. No, I don't. What the fuck are you? Dude, I literally have the same forehead. You guys are number one at like trying to like create insecurities where you know, areas that I no longer am insecure. It's so psychotic, dude. You are literally a psychopath, okay? You do shit like that, you're not gonna have any friends. I'm just letting you know. Which is probably why you do that in here, because you're like, I can't do this to my friends because they fucking left me. So now I literally do it in here. Because who cares? I'm anonymous. Motherfucker's got 26,000 people in here. Like, I can just get away with it. Don't do that.
Terrible. This will lead to a terrible relationship down the line because the dynamics are built up originally under false pretenses. A lot of people end up going to like very expensive restaurants, for example. I refuse to do that. One of the things that I used to do in Los Angeles, and I still do every now and then, is tell girls that I was going to go to Pink Taco, which is a Hollywood location and somewhat bougie. And in fact, I would take them across the street to my favorite taco restaurant, which is Pinchas Tacos. Pinchas Tacos has arguably much better food, but it is a rinky-dink establishment. I would do this sort of confusion to see how the person would react to that. If they're super shallow and they're like, oh, what the fuck? We're going to Pinchas Tacos? Like, this place is terrible. I got ready for Pink Taco. Then maybe that person is not for you.
I mean, like, I see what you're trying to do there, but like, how would you like it if somebody was like testing your shallowness? I wonder if she's gonna be shallow. Let me throw this on him. Like, okay, first of all, number 3 is great. I just want to say that right there. Bring people to places that you're interested in and that you like. I mean, yeah, simple rule. But then don't turn it into this thing where it's like, I'm gonna purposely not go to popular, cool, well-liked places to show that I
think he's missing the point. My point is that I like Pink Taco, or I like Pinchas Taco more than I like
The
Pink
baby is
Taco.
yours, Hasan.
Like, it's the place I choose to go to because I don't like the fucking hip, like, more expensive restaurant. That's my point. I personally prefer that. You know what I mean?
am different and unique or something
you're
like
having a
that, or
good
not
day,
trying
Hasan.
to show off with money and stuff like that. Like I had a client where I was talking to him about this stuff and I was saying like, you know, usually sitting across.
To be fair, I really haven't done that in a very long time.
True.
But I do. I mean, it's part of why I still drive a fucking Camry for sure. Because is it true? Are you saying you're not willing to compromise? It's more important to get to know the person regardless. And I don't want them to what do you call it? Just like only be involved with me or go on a date exclusively because we're going to a nice place. You know what I mean? You drive a Camry because you get into too many accidents? No, I don't.
Happy Amazon
What
race
the
of
fuck?
7
This is
months
like,
without ads, Hasan.
here we have another chatter who thinks they know more about my fucking life than I do.
The table from somebody, having dinner at like a really fancy place is not the best place for a first date because it feels kind of like an interview. It feels too like official and all that stuff. Like wear something that you really would enjoy interacting with somebody. And he goes, I like going to like fancy restaurants. It's fun for me. Like it's a pastime. It's a hobby. It's like really exciting to like find the cool, different, interesting, awesome restaurants in the city. And I thought, yeah, dude, like what the fuck am I, like why am I trying to get him to not do what he wants to do? Now, that being said, yes, most people that are bringing somebody to a fancy, expensive restaurant are doing so because they want to follow the rules of like how you should take somebody on a date. They want to look really hot and cool and sexy.
Fucking idiots think your date cares about your car? It's Los Angeles, dude. What are you talking about? There are definitely plenty of girls out here that absolutely fucking care about shit like that. What are you talking about? There are definitely plenty of girls out here that also would be like, what the fuck? I don't want to go to that place. That place is like a fucking fast food restaurant. That's bullshit. I mean, shallow people exist, guys.
And all of those things to people. But like, don't do the opposite. You know, like it's just as dorky to say, oh, I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna show her how cool I really am. I'm like anti-establishment.
Okay, this dude is no longer a fan of mine. I think after this, he's like, fuck this guy's dating advice.
I'm a punk boy. I'm gonna go to this one instead of this one. It's kind of...
Okay, but I do like the Pinches tacos. I mean, that's where I went last night with my fucking friend. Why is this guy shitting on the Pinches tacos? It's better than fucking pink tacos. It's not that it's anti-establishment. It's just better food.
accomplishing the same thing. I wouldn't do the whole test thing. Just bring people where you want to go. Good rule.
Thank you,
Let's
Aisha
go to
Esquire.
point number 4. Don't spend a lot of money on individuals ever.
Wagwanji.
Don't fucking go
4
out of your
months
way
of
to buy
watching
someone a
Brit
drink,
Slender and
or
MP from
don't go out of
anywhere.
your way to take someone out on an expensive date, as I mentioned before, because this sets up the assumption that you're willing to pay for their time.
So number 4, don't spend a lot of money on individuals ever. The ever one's a little weird to me. Like, why? Like, are you saying I shouldn't spend money on my girlfriend or my best friend or somebody, a
No,
woman
obviously not. We're talking about like fucking
that
initial
I'm
interactions.
having a really, really great time with? I always like saying, yeah, but what if there's a situation where I could do that and I'm not being insecure? That's kind of what I'm saying here. For instance, like going on a date, I am always going to pay for somebody's date. The reason being is because if I'm inviting somebody somewhere to do something with me, they wouldn't have otherwise paid for this. It's the same thing. Like if somebody asks me to go do something with them, they're probably going to say, oh, I'll pay for you. That's what I do with my friends. If I invite my friend somewhere, I'm gonna be paying for my friend because I like making my friends happy. I like showing love to my friends. Again, it always more has to do with, are you doing this to impress the person, to get that person to like you back? That's really what we're talking about here. So don't spend a lot of money on individuals ever. Like the whole, he says, like paying for somebody's drink.
I think he's right. The bait and switch is not a good idea. I think he is right. Like it's not. He's right about that. That's fair criticism.
Drinks at a bar.
It's a fair criticism for sure.
That whole thing is really cheesy. It's like, let me buy you a drink. It's like the way to introduce yourself. That's like exactly what he's talking about. That whole, I'm doing this to impress you. I'm doing this.
The other part of that is I mean, it's not like anti-establishment or anything like that. It's not like punk or anti-establishment or anything like that. But I mean, it's not even bait and switch. It's a very unique predicament because they're literally two restaurants that are right next to one another. They also have the same kind of food. One is significantly better. One is significantly better than the other one, restaurant wise, in my opinion. But it's just not as it's just not as fancy as a place. It's not that it's a bait and switch. People don't like to know you're testing them. I mean, they don't know. They don't know that I'm testing them. I'm just saying, like, I would rather go here instead of the other place. But it is manipulative. And he's right. It's not
to buy your time. Never do that. But if it genuinely makes you happy to like pay for somebody's event that you invited them to, then do it.
If it means, okay, so everyone has their own threshold, but for me, if she's rescheduling for the third time, it's usually a wrap for me. It means you fucking move on, and she doesn't value your time as much as you value your own time, so move on. And then maybe at a later date, you can come back to it in due time. But like I said, you shouldn't get too hung up on people who are keeping you in the quote-unquote friend zone. It just means that they're not sexually attracted to you for the most part, or it means that they are not willing to give you a shot, I guess.
I hope he doesn't fucking grill me on the friend zone thing because I'm saying friend zone, which is not a real thing, but let's hear it.
Okay, number 5. If they want to be around you, they will do everything they possibly can to be around you. So don't force things. This is so huge. Now, I don't want you to do the opposite either. I don't want you to purposely, like we talked about in the earlier rule, I don't want you to purposely not ask.
See, there's a fucking idiot in here that immediately thought, like, because I'm using friend zone, even though I'm clearly like saying that it's not a real thing, just the mere mention of the friend zone was enough for that person to be like, dude, fuck you, I can't believe it. It's not a real concept. It just means that the person is not like, there's no implication that this person is going to fuck you if you're like nice enough to them. Okay. That's why I said quote unquote friend zone and not like, yo, you're in the fucking friend zone, bro. But hey, you fucking caught me, dude. You really got me, dude. I mentioned the term friend zone. Chatter.
So don't force things. This is so huge. Now, I don't want you to do the opposite either. I don't.
How is it not real? Asking for real. The friend zone implies that like, if you put in the fucking time, like everyone's in the friend zone, dude. There is no like, I'm going to be friends with this girl until like she decides to fuck me one day. That's what it implies the existence of a zone where like you're going to get fucked eventually if you put the time in. Yeah. Like if you just like manipulatively want to be like friends with them for ulterior motives, such as, you know, running the ad at the top of the fucking hour. You know what I mean? Like, imagine being a Twitch streamer and fucking streaming for years and years and years exclusively so that you can finally get a contract from Amazon where you have to run ads at the top of the hour every hour. And then your entire stream is just an endless sequence of, waiting for the top of the hour to manipulate your chat into thinking that you're making a good point, and then you just run a fucking ad. It implies they never intend to be an actual friend. I've lost many a friend this way. It's frustrating. Yeah. Thank you, V. Comrade, for the 10 gifted subs. But hey, listen, if you want to get out of the ad zone, even though the friend zone isn't a thing, if you get friend zone, it's because she doesn't like you sexually, which is fine, not because you were friendly and got punished for it. Yes. Yeah, exactly. If you wanna get out of the ad zone, you can subscribe. You can use a $5 subscription, or you can use a free Twitch Prime, or you can use an ad blocker, or you can use a VPN. Here's the ad right now. There you go.
Absolutely jebated kek.
If you believe in the friend zone that you will never be a Sigma male, also you're the only streamer I watch that runs ads. I guess you don't watch many streamers then.
I want you to purposely, like we talked about in the earlier rule, I don't want you to purposely not ask somebody to hang out if you are excited to hang out with them. Don't play that game of, oh, I'm gonna wait for her to ask me. No. However, if you ask somebody to hang out and then they find some excuse not to, when you just met somebody and you just got their contact information, generally it means they don't want to see you. Especially if they don't say, hey, like, let's reschedule, maybe.
Wait, I mentioned that. I think I mentioned that in the video.
We could do it on Thursday or something like that. If they do that.
It's like, I literally mentioned exactly that statement, I think, in that video where I say, or I've definitely mentioned it before. I mean, he is agreeing with me, so it makes sense.
I say, sure, let's see if this actually is real. If they don't hang out with you Thursday, then never speak to the person again.
One
It's
whole
just
year
going
for
to
free
be a
Britney
waste
and
of your
3
time.
times 10.
And God, you do not know how much pain and suffering I have been through, as well as clients that I have coached, where they have focused on a girl that is kind of keeping them on the hook, as the phrase goes in How I Met Your Mother.
What? But I'm not on the hook. Oh, you are totally on the hook.
She's stringing you along, but she's not committing to you, but she's keeping
Thanks
you
for saving
around
my
just in
life,
case,
politically
like a
insane Hass.
old can of chili in the pantry.
The girl or the guy or the non-binary person will always keep responding to you, and they'll always be positive, and they'll always seem like they want to hang out with you, but somehow it just never ends up really happening. That's somebody that's keeping you on the hook. Just cut them out. Why? It's for your own emotional health.
True. You should respect yourself and your time more and not be with someone who doesn't respect your time.
There's something that goes on in our heads when we feel like we're chasing, and it just creates this neediness in us. And the best way to get rid of neediness is not to think your way out of it. It's to do practical things to make you not needy. So if you're constantly focusing on somebody that's not paying you any attention, you're going to create a needy headspace. So yes, 100%. If somebody is not excited to hang out with you, literally just shift your focus to somebody that is.
Number 6 is don't force it. Stop saying fuck this ghosting bitch. She obviously wasn't the right girl for you. Don't be overzealous. Don't be entitled, and don't try to manipulate girls into having sex with you. Obviously, again, these are all very important things that it bears repeating for some fucking weird reason. But like, don't get toxic. Don't get upset and annoyed. No one is entitled to. You're not entitled to anyone else's time, and no one is entitled to your time.
All right, so number 6 is pretty similar to number 5. Number 5 is if they want to be around you, they'll do everything they can, so don't force things. And then number 6 is don't force it. Yeah, I agree.
Number 7, and this is key, again, use a vibrator.
Dude, what the fuck? What's the last day we can get stuff for your birthday, POX? I don't know, dude. Like,
Once you actually get to the point where you're where the other person is allowing you to have sex with them, then holy shit, you best fucking perform. And one of the most important dynamics of performance is to understand what your partner needs and what your partner wants. Everyone is different. I've had sex with hundreds of women, and I have no idea what the latest girl that I'm going to hook up with is going to want or need.
damn, this is back when I was fucking, dude. Back when I was fucking. That's pre Hasan Twitch, you know what I'm saying?
As mods.
Damn, things have changed. Happened. So sad.
I love how he just threw that in. I think maybe he hesitated on finishing the sentence. I've had sex with hundreds of women, and dude, you are a Chad, my friend. You are. Yeah, I think this is an interesting point. I've never thought about, buying some sort of vibrator for the person that I'm with, or buying some sort of sex toy for me or something. And,
Guess I'm educating the dating coach. What now, dude? Boom. There it is.
making sex better because of it. Interesting. I really like it. Yeah.
If you're having a significantly hard time on dating apps, it's probably because you're only going for the same kinds of people that are not going for you because of the same fucking shallow reasons. Give other people an opportunity. Go out and talk to them. Maybe they're fucking awesome, okay?
This is huge. The biggest reason why men especially are so fucking angry at
When I first came on the platform and I would talk about vibrators, people would be like, lol, what, your dick is not enough? The funniest concept. Like, what? I didn't realize your dick had a vibrating function where it could like target the clitoris and like vibrate at the same time while you're penetrating. It was just so funny. That was the Austin show debates. Like 90% of them was just like, what's up, bro? Your dick not good enough, dude? But whatever, dude. Elon Musk does? Yes, I fucking listen to TrueAnon as well, okay? Allegedly.
women about dating, and they join Red Pill and like men going their own way and all this bullshit, is because they don't want to date women that they actually like. Why? Because they got no beef with them. What Red Pill guys are looking to do is they're just looking to conquer the little guy inside that used to get bullied or, you know, was rejected or just...
Men are angry at women for being shallow while also being 1,000 times more shallow. I think everyone is just fucking shallow, dude.
Was not even paid attention to by the beautiful hot girl in high school. And
this is so funny. This meme with I'm a Marxist now. Wait, what was it? The real funny, the funnier meme is like when it's... I love that meme, dude. Don't worry, baby. He's just a nerd. Why do they always pick thugs? Hey, baby, remember me? Beat it, chick. Why can't I find a good man?
felt really, really angry about that. And joining Red Pill was that way to legitimize and validate those feelings and make them feel better about themselves.
Your penis won't work in 10 years. I calculated it. You should be careful.
I
Oh
must
shit,
chat
hold
and
on.
make some more money so that I may end the
Okay,
terror
never
at the
mind.
top of the hour ads. V comrade out comrade.
You want it? You want the smoke? You want the smoke, you son of a bitch? Huh? Lotto? You want it? Here. You're fucking banned from chat for 7 days. How about
and
that?
hopefully somehow try to think they could trick women into thinking that they actually have a connection with them and that they are attracted to each other in hopes that they could conquer them. These guys don't even care about the women that they want to conquer. They're not dating. They don't actually like women because of all of the pain that they've endured. When you could leave that red pill headspace and realize, wait, I don't care about these fucking people. I just want to be with girls that I'm attracted to, that I like. I just want to be with cute girls. Can I do that? Girls that I connect with, that I have fun with, that I could hook up with. That's all I want to do. When you leave that red pill headspace and realize that all it's about is just finding like-minded people that you're attracted to, dating becomes so much fucking easier. Also, by the way, he says not everybody has to look like Dua Lipa. I never ever said you can't be with somebody that you're super attracted to. That's not the point here. The point is you're not going for people based on looks.
If you're manipulating women for sex, why won't you just buy a fleshlight? Unironically confusing. What? Manipulating women for sex is so loaded, and also, like, a fleshlight's not the fucking same as like a full-blown human being, dude. What?
You're going for people based on personality, based on the fact that you guys have no relation to each other and you feel alienated and isolated, because all communities have very beautiful people that you're actually attracted to. But you just don't want to embed yourself into those communities and actually go and make friends and meet those people. That takes time. It's easier to just say, I don't know, those mean fucks. They don't like me, and I'm angry about it. I want you to be dating hot people. You should be. And it's not a hard thing to do whatsoever. But again, it's how you go about meeting people, the right people, where you come off as the confident, charming, interesting person in the room. It's what community you're in. You cannot tell me there are not attractive people in literally every community. I spent a lot of time in so many different subcultures, and I found everywhere you go, there's going to be really attractive people there. You just have to go and find those people. That's what it's all about.
Look at Instagram accounts like By Felipe and never do anything you see on those Instagram accounts. Because I'm sure all of you motherfuckers at some point have written some toxic ass bullshit to a girl who you thought led you on, but then decided otherwise, decided that they didn't want to fuck you or whatever. That doesn't mean that they have to fuck you. There's no point in time where anyone has to fuck you. I can't stress this enough. I understand that it might feel like you've put in a significant amount of work and you've worked so hard and you want the coochie. You really want it really, really bad. And come on, why can't I get it? I've worked so hard for it. It doesn't matter. You don't own that person's body.
I love that somebody on the internet that I guess has had sex with hundreds of women is putting out this message. Because truly, the men that truly are attractive to women and are dating a lot of women are the ones that don't need the sex. And they're not fighting for it, they're not pushing for it. And so it's great to hear somebody that actually is good with women to be talking about this, because most pickup artists, idiots, red pill turds on the internet, they're actually not good with women. And if you see them put out videos where they're talking to women, it's so highly edited, where they take one snippet of an entire day's worth of filming rejections.
My concept is, look, there are things that everyone loves, okay? No matter what. If you fucking breathe, you like food, you like animals, you probably like anime. Don't do it if you're a weeb, though, because weebs get fucking annoying and weebs get the wall sometimes. Don't talk about capitalism or communism or whatever the fuck that's like for advanced levels.
So all in all, the Chad of the internet, Hasan Piker himself, has some pretty good advice. A lot of it is pretty general, pretty basic. Some of it, it's a little off, but it has good intentions ultimately. I truly think he's a good person. I think he has good ideals. I think he knows what he's talking about. Maybe one day I'd like to interview him, get him on the channel, chat with him about dating, see if we could team up together and stop like the red pill philosophy that is like really, really toxic for young
Letting
men.
you down so easy. Dude, he agreed with like literally almost everything I said except for fucking the bait and switch. Which I agree, his point is correct. Like, the fuck do you mean letting you down so easy? Dude, I'm sorry guys. Some of you just unironically don't understand like how humans interact. Like you just watch something and you expect everything to be black or white. Like there's no nuance, there's no context. He agreed with pretty much every single thing I said.
And it is only going to bring them pain ultimately and no success. It's a philosophy. It's not something that is actually practical and useful. It's a philosophy for anger, and it's come from anger. That's it. Thank you. Goodbye. See you next time.
Please don't forget to subscribe because a lot of people that watch my videos don't subscribe apparently, and hit that bell